What is up, LC heads? So we got Mia in the house. Big surprise, right? We got her arc first, and then she dropped on a daily, yo. And here I thought I was gonna have to get her through, our free tickets. So here she is. I've actually been looking forward to trying her out. So let's see what she's all about. I built her up a little bit. She's at 64 SC. She does have her sword, her armor, which is the armor's given 5k to damage cap. The sword is given some kind of haste thing, damage 10%, restore all skills SCT 20 seconds, and continuous brave and speed effects. She is speedy, especially with the Love Dance shoes. Those are adding speed, and the other shoes, she's just wearing shoes on shoes, and they're boosting movement speed as well, while giving some attack. So here she is, and I figured why not try to go into the White Lab. She's rocking a double hand setup, so we're gonna have to see how that goes. I haven't tried the dual wield way yet, just because obviously she does have that nice armor that's giving her a lot. It's got good stats, and 5k to damage cap. I'm at least going to try it out. But let's go right into straight up God mode. We'll do Spirited Assault. Now, this girl has really no support on her and really no healing at all. She's just going to have to mash everybody into the wall if she can, because Proud Force is about the only thing we got going for us here, and I haven't really empowered her to crit all that often. But let's just see how this goes. So right off the bat, no charisma, no nothing. This girl's going to want support from everyone else. On the other hand, though, her kit is already charging. Want to use that S3 to get in there and then start dropping that S2 that stacks up the damage on her other abilities. And look at that, she's actually doing pretty damn good. Alright so far, I would say, right? It is nice when one of her abilities goes off, when she marks you, and then pretty much like a small lightning bolt will come down and hit the target while you're attacking them. You pretty much just want to put her in the middle of everything, and you want to S2, right? And then from there, we'll save our S3. S1 should do it. And yeah, she's pretty gnarly. She is pretty gnarly. I did just put she has doppelhander boost, and she does have favorite sword, I think, for 15 SC. I just had to budget that into her, but I think it's working pretty well so far. We're going to try to go with the mage first so he doesn't throw some earth spells to jack us up. Interesting about this girl, she can actually take a few spells from the mage, because she's only taking half damage as long as it's only earth. Or, I'm sorry, as long as it's not earth. So we want to S2. Get those stacks up. Let's throw another one. And everyone's pretty much just jacked up from that. And now my S3 has a pretty nice damage boost to it, right? Because she has stacks on stacks. Her strength is cut. Usually she's at 3,300 strength, which I don't think is really that bad for a character with 60 SC. I haven't put anything on her to increase her strength at all. Yeah. Let's see, what do we got? Physical damage reduction, skill recovery, regenerate, boost crit rate, boost strength, increase movement speed. That's all we got on us right now. And we need that crit to keep ourselves healed. And we're actually going to use that arc because, well, her kit's running out. She's been throwing a lot of stuff, though. She's been keeping herself fed pretty damn well for a 60 SC character. Right? And it's just going to be one of these things where as long as you can keep her kit fed and she can keep getting these monstrous, she's hitting for what, 40,000 in there somewhere, it looks like. That's pretty nice. Then this thing hits for 50, I believe. Oh, 34. Now this is like a god tier difficulty level, so yeah, I would expect her damage to go up substantially after she gets built. Right, we're only talking about a 60 SC character here, but it is nice to see something like that out of the box. I could tell you right now that the last collab heroes we got, especially the part 2 heroes, we're not going to go into this level at 60 SC and utterly wreck it like this. They're not. It's just not going to happen. I spent a whole week running both of them around, Crow and Violet, all sorts of builds. I gave them some of my best equipment too, and they had more than 60 SC. Right? I think I also, let's see, this girl's tree is not fully filled out. Like, I didn't want to, 96 out of 108. She's still missing a couple of nice abilities that would beef her up, but Crow and what's her name? Yeah, they were more built than this, for sure, right? There was also prisms for them. There was a couple prisms for them, as there always are for collab characters, so they had the edge there. They're in there with like 70 SC, and they were not doing the damn thing like Mia is. Not to mention, she just looks pretty damn good. So we'll have to see what I can do with her. This is really like the morning after, pretty much, because I've probably had her for 20 hours, and I had to deal with some other shit. But it was nice for last Cloudia to drop this girl into my lap just so I could mess around and let you guys know what I think. She's strong. She's powerful for this element. I do like the way that her mechanic works, where the S2 puts stacks on her that increases her damage and her damage cap, and then her S1 and S3 can just bust crazy shit, do a ton of damage. She puts a debuff on you that gives you minus 20 lightning resistance, and then when you have that all working together, it's amazing. And then she also has some kind of trait debuff thing that she puts on you where lightning will just come out of the damn sky, and it will hit you for pretty damn good damage, and that does take your stacks down by 1, or it can when it happens. So you want to keep dropping that S2 and reapplying it. The S2 is awesome. It's got a good range. She's hitting everybody. And mind you, what you guys just saw, this is not a dual wield build. Okay, this is like this is a double hand build. So with the dual wield build, just imagine how many damage counters and how much damage there would be, throughout this video. We'd pretty much be doubling the damage counters on the screen. Sure, they would be doing less damage, but this girl can just spam damage all over the goddamn screen, especially with that S2. They made it special. And her kit seems to recover pretty damn quick. So, interesting. Again, this girl is non-limited at all whatsoever. Use your tickets to get her. Don't even sweat. Don't stress. She will fall into your lap. And if you want to build her, she'll be an awesome lightning damage character that has her own little way of, empowering herself and getting her damage up. It's pretty easy to do because, honestly, if you wanted to run her as a side piece DPS, right, you could start the fight, start throwing your buffs and whatever. You could click over to her and then just make sure to get within range of your target and just drop a bunch of the S2s to get her stacked up, and then you could just leave her the hell alone at that point. Drop a bunch of S2s, get her stacks up, and then switch over to your other damage dealer, go through, do whatever you got to do to get the maximum damage out of them. And then when you swap back over to her, she has those stacks on her, has those buffs. You can dump her S1, her S3, which is doing great damage, and also they'll be hitting with that lightning bolt thing, right? So, she could work very well in a team, I believe, with another damager, because it's kind of like you can just set her and leave her alone. She'll hold that buff on her, and she'll be useful throwing her attacks around. So I just think that's cool. She is going to rely on everyone else for any kind of buffs. And that's perfectly fine. That is totally cool, perfectly fine. So, also, I expect that the dual wield build on her is pretty effing epic too. So, leave me a comment. Let me know if you're doing the dual wield thing on her. Of course, most people probably are. I just wanted to try something different this time. And she is gripping that one sword pretty tight, right? So, let me know how the dual wield builds are working for her. I would guess that they're working great. She's probably a monster. Either way, cool character. Glad they added her. Very nice. Fun to play. That's what I think about her the morning after. So, hope you enjoyed. Have an awesome day, everybody. I'll shoot some more content with this chick a little bit later. It's been busy around here, folks. What are you going to do? So such is life. Have a good one, everybody.